Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, competition is the lifeblood of the American economy. Competition is what makes capitalism work. And it is competition that has established the United States as the world's dominant economic force for over a century. American competition is driven by innovation. We created the light bulb, the automobile, and the internet. We all know the internet has revolutionized the way that we communicate, learn, and do business. A free and open internet allows students in Houghton, Lansing, and Mount Pleasant to access research and to collaborate internationally. A free and open internet allows startups in Detroit and Grand Rapids and Flint to reach customers across the globe. And a free and open internet allows a small bed and breakfast in Traverse City or Muskegon to reach millions of potential guests that they couldn't otherwise do. While the internet has been a potent force for innovation and economic growth in recent decades, our economy has been facing some serious headwinds. I am deeply concerned that we're seeing increased business consolidation. Big firms are getting bigger, and we're seeing fewer new businesses and startups. A recent study found that across 900 different industries, over 2/3 have become more concentrated in the past decade. The formation of new companies is falling. The number of jobs created by new businesses has fallen, even as our workforce has grown. We have seen large national internet service provider acquire a similarly large media company. We have recently seen the largest online retailer acquire one of our nation's most successful grocery chains. And now we're seeing 2 of the 4 largest wireless carriers making preparations to merge. Now, certainly consolidations and mergers are a part of our economy, but we need rules of the road to level the playing field, to help small businesses and startups compete and to drive innovation. This is exactly why we need net neutrality. Net neutrality protections prevented internet service providers from blocking, slowing, or prioritizing web traffic for their own financial gain. Without net neutrality, we could be subject to a 2-tiered internet. Without net neutrality, large corporations that keep getting larger and larger can pay for a fast lane and buy power to slow down or to block content. Without net neutrality, consumers, small businesses and startups can be forced into the slow lane. Simply put, net neutrality keeps America competitive. Unfortunately, net neutrality is under attack by the Trump administration. In December, the FCC voted to repeal crucial net neutrality protections, despite the fact that 86% of Americans wanted the rules to stay in place. The decision to scrap these net neutrality protections is anti-consumer, anti-innovation, and anti-competitive. It disadvantages small businesses, startups, and families all across our country. And while the FCC vote to repeal net neutrality rules is over, we're still here in the Senate fighting. In fact, we are closer than ever to reinstating the rules of the road that will keep the internet free, open, and competitive. 50 senators, including the entire Democratic caucus, have signed a petition that will force a vote on legislation that would reinstate these crucial protections. With 51 votes, we could overturn the FCC's original repeal and move one step closer to restoring fairness. Students, artists, advocates, entrepreneurs, and other visionaries who could be inventing the future and creating the next big thing could once again be on an equal playing field with multinational corporations when it comes to using the internet. We need net neutrality to keep our economy dynamic, growing, and innovative. We need net neutrality to keep our startups and small businesses competitive. 5 months ago, I stood here in this chamber urging the FCC to abandon their dangerous vote. And now I stand here urging my colleagues to reverse this dangerous and disastrous decision. We have the power to do it, and we must. We need one more vote.